So it's that wonderful, I but I guess like challenging part where we go to round two and the amount of games that we get to enjoy have now decreased because we've lost half of the playing field and we're down to final eight. And the Eastern Conference is shaping out to be a lot more interesting than I think we all envisioned at the beginning of it. So we're going to lead in with what was supposed to be, I guess, the 1 and 4, matchup, as in the hypothetical 1 and 4 matchup. But we're not having 1 and 4 represented. We're having the New York Knicks as the fifth seed, having home court advantage over Miami, the eighth seed, after an impressive, I guess, 4-1 domination of the Bucks. And no one, I think, really anticipated this being the second round matchup. Maybe some people had the Knicks coming out over the Cavs, but I do not believe Miami was the hot pick for people. And now we're in a very weird spot where we have to decide, is Miami legit or were the Bucks really bad? Because we walked into this series, well, sorry, walked into that series with 3-point shooting being a massive issue. Slow pace, the personnel being not very good, then losing additional personnel during the series to injury. But Jimmy Butler, we feel like it's Michael Jordan reincarnated. Um, Going up against the Knicks, who really handily dominated the Cavs, but then you wonder, did the Cavs just fall apart? I'm not too sure. I I want to defer to you before I make a prediction because I want to get your thoughts on what you think this series is going to look like because both of these teams, are they not getting the credit that they deserve for being good? Or did
I,
they really go up against the right matchup?
I think I thought your pick would be easy once you went down the pathway of quoting Jimmy Butler as Michael Jordan reincarnated. Surely your pick already lies in there. Um, so this is an interesting matchup here. It almost reminds me of the 90s, wasn't it? The late 90s where the Heat and the Knicks had all these rivalries, Alonzo Mourning and Patrick Ewing and the supporting cast there, and they were both Eastern Conference powerhouses that wanted to get out of the East, and obviously they had some real epic matchups then. And I think this one's going to be a real sort of back and forth as well. There's no real clear, obvious winner here. By the time everyone makes their picks in the media and stuff like that, you would expect the list would be fairly closely split down the middle. And I think there's a few things here that really stand out. I think that have to be considered. Who has the best player? Who is the best player? And ultimately, who is most experienced or prepared in these situations? And I think that points in one direction here. A team that obviously has gone to the finals only a few years ago, and a player that just dropped 56 and 42 in the last two games here to obviously take out the first seed Bucks. And I'm not gonna go as far as Michael Jordan reincarnated, but Jimmy Butler is definitely going crazy right now, as a baller. And the Knicks in a little bit of new territory. They've somewhat already overachieved. And I love Jalen Brunson. Randall's playing not fully healthy. The bench has not really produced in the playoffs so much so far. Quickly has had some real quiet games. Grimes has sort of really been quiet the first round. They're going to need more. They're going to need more. They're going to need some of these players really stepping up, along with Barrett, obviously, to drop another 20 points in a game to get that W, especially if Randall's not fully healthy. And I think the catch here, though, like I said, is that Miami have the experience and have the best player on the floor. And I guess if you want me to go and make a pick first here, I'm going to say here the Heat can get this job done. And I'm going to go Heat in six. Heat in six.
All right. I um I think there's elements such as two very good coaches in terms of defensive scheming. So I don't believe Jimmy Butler is going to avoid a double team in this series, despite the fact that he miraculously avoided it for 5 straight games. He is obviously going against a coach who has coached him on multiple occasions, so perhaps there's some insider knowledge that assists. I don't know how much that stuff really seeps into the games. But you're talking about two hard-nosed teams, and you're talking about two home crowds that'll be pretty intense. Um, So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give credit to a hard-nosed series that I reckon is going to be a real slog just to get, I guess, fed to whoever comes out of the other matchup in the East. So I'm going to say Miami in 7. I'm going to say this goes the distance. This is going to be back and forth, very interesting. And I would also add that it will be away wins. So it won't just be the home team trading. I do believe that both teams will get a win on the other's home court, as evident in their previous series and the dismantling of their respective opponents.
This is two guys with spare time. I'm Fowles, this is Nick. You're probably a basketball fan like us, so hopefully you can throw us an assist and giving our video a like and subscribing to our channel.
And if you got thoughts, feelings, or even some suggestions, please put them down in the comment section below. And thank you for using your spare time to watch us in our spare time.